Hello everyone. I'm gonna starting by saying, yes, I know the title is a little different. It is not specific to a fandom, well it is, but it's not an overview. This is, like I said in one of the other videos, is that I would probably do some recordings of videos hang on. Okay. As I did say I would do, also I'm gonna turn down my TV because she's a little loud now. I have ASMR playing just so I have some sound in the background. I did say in the first video that I was going to do some readings of fanfiction. That's kind of what I'm doing today. Just because I feel like I'm kind of wanting to break up, like, between every overview, I feel like I should read a couple fics. Whether they're one-shots or it's a couple chapters of a fic. I'm going to start off with a couple of, like, one-shots to see how they do and how you guys enjoy them. And I have permission from the author to read this one, because I felt like it should be something that's asked. Like, even if I gave credit without asking for it first beforehand, I would have felt like I was stealing it even though I gave credit. So they already know I'm going to do this. I told them which one I was going to start with, and I'm going to send them a link. So I want to give a quick shout out to, because their username on AO3 and how I originally met them on Wattpad was Gay Rainbow Bridge. Their name is William. The Lord of Cliffhangers, as they dubbed themselves, which honestly approve, because they kind of are. There's a specific one that I'm going with, and it looks like it's going to start getting me updated soon, so I'm like, yay. But that's just a theory. I'm starting with a fic that it's a one-shot of Tony and Loki, because honestly, a lot of what I'm going to start off with is going to be a lot of Tony and Loki ship stuff, because I love them, but I'm going to kind of start off like general audience and teen stuff. That's the other do. I might do some mature ones that will be 18 plus. They will not be for kids at all. They will be age restricted, unless, just because I already know that I'm like, I'm not gonna get hit for them being age restricted, because some of the stuff I will be talking about, and some of them I will probably change some wording when I get to some of those scenes in those ones, just because I'd be demonetized anyway, so I really don't care. Yeah, it's mature content. I labeled it correctly. I don't care. I won't. Honestly, I won't change it. Now I think about it. But anyway, like I said, I am going to do this. So I'm going to start off with this one. This is also one of my favorite ones. It is originally based off of a picture, which I believe it's the picture I'm thinking of. Go to notes. I'm going to open that link onto another page. What is it doing? Yep. So it is based off of this. See if I can show it to you guys on my. Yeah, it's based off of this fan art. Oh, good, I can show you. So the blue is Tony reading Loki's mind, based off that. So it's really cute. I freaking love it. So I've seen that before wandering around on Tumblr or on Pinterest, or just randomly seeing it. And I love it. So I figured I needed to find a cute one, and I saw this one. I'm like, wait, I love this one. And I do appreciate the approval to do this. And I will definitely be looking forward to reading more of these for people, because honestly, I love these stories because it's an interesting look into how other people perceive these characters, and I love it. So like I said, this is one of the more tame ones for this author. What I've noticed is that whenever they do some of the like more like intense ones, the ones that aren't just for general audience, they always have trigger warnings, and anytime I read any of those ones will definitely be like 18 plus ones, because trigger warnings. because a lot of them, depending on the chapter, and what I'll do after every chapter is I'll give a quick summary of the chapter previous, if it's an age-restricted episode, if that makes sense. So here is I Can See Right Through You, by Gay Rainbow Bridge. It is a Loki Tony fic, where it's an Avenger Loki. Tony's a simp. We have an insecure Loki, which is so terrible. I tried to record this earlier before I got permission, just so I could get an idea of how I was going to do it. I've already deleted it. Crushes, mind reading, fluff and humor, and mild hurt comfort, because Tony's an idiot. That's also a theme. Tony's an idiot, but a genius. It's a fun thing. So, summary is where Tony creates a set of mind-reading glasses. Notes. It was for Murder Muffin Loki, who is your creator of that fan art. Fantastic fan art. Okay. I'm gonna do it this way so my laptop is away from me so I can read it and still look at the camera. A little less weird than me just reading right there. Okay. Ooh. Okay. Tony was just finishing up his latest project of the day, a large amount of excitement coursing through him. He never made something like this before. Usually it was a weapon for the Avengers or upgrading his Iron Man suits. But a few months ago, Clint had come back from a mission with Natasha, beaten and bruised. Clint had flipped down on the couch. Had flopped down. I said that wrong the first time. On the couch beside Tony, whining something about wishing I could have read the guy's mind. And Tony laughed at that at the time, because the only minor that he knew was Loki, and Tony's not-so-secret crush to everyone but Loki himself, it seemed, who had become an Avenger half a year ago after clearing up the whole misunderstanding about the New York attack. Besides, Loki's power only extended as far as memories, not literally what a person was thinking. Tony had said so to Clint, saying there wasn't such a thing, and Clint only pouted with his arms crossed. But then Tony started thinking about it. What if he could read minds? It would definitely be handy to the team, though in the wrong hands it wouldn't be good at all. But if Tony could create something like that, well, he wasn't called a genius for nothing, was he? So Tony had gotten to work. He stayed in his lab for weeks, coming out only when Loki Coming out only when Loki, who had grown worried for him, had actually grabbed him by the ear and dragged him out. Or when he ran out of coffee. It worried the others living in the tower, but Tony didn't care. If he could make this work. After nearly 2 months of work, Tony finally hit a breakthrough on his project and whooped in delight. Now, just to find an object he could add the technology into, something nobody would suspect, be able to read minds. Well, he always did wear sunglasses when he wasn't in the tower, mostly because his eyes had happened to express too much emotion when he talked. Another week of work, and Tony had created mind-reading glasses. He only made the one pair because he really would rather no one get a hold of a bunch of them, and only he'd be using them for now. He spent another day perfecting them before deciding to test them out. That was the only way he would know that they worked for sure. He was nearly bursting with excitement as he raced to the elevator. So he headed up to the main floor, where he was sure there would be plenty of guinea pigs to test them on. Excuse me. So, sure enough, he found Bruce and Clint in the kitchen. Clint attempting to cook something. Tony says attempting because it was clear whatever was in the pan was burning. Tony walked over, trying to appear as non-suspicious as possible. Bruce looked up when he approached, smiling gently. Hey, it's good to see you at the lab for once. Want something to eat? Tony paused as a speech bubble with words appeared almost floating next to Bruce's head, though Tony knew it was just displaying on the glasses screen. There really weren't actually floating words next to Bruce. Tony's heart melted a little when he saw what it read. I've been so worried about him. He needs to eat more. Maybe I can convince him to have something small to eat. Tony smiled softly at his science buddy. Yeah, I guess I've been down there a lot lately. But I thought I could use something to eat. Bruce looked surprised, though also so hopeful that it made Tony feel just a little guilty. He hadn't realized how concerned Bruce had been. If you want, you can have some eggs. Oh, I said that wrong. If you wait, you could have some eggs. Clint offered from the stove. Bruce rolled his eyes. Give it up, Clint. The eggs are burnt to the shithouse. Oh, don't talk like that around Stevie, Tony teased. He might have a heart attack hearing that language like that. Look, I've got it under control, Clint stated firmly as a bubble appeared next to him, making Tony smirk when he read the words. I do not have this under control. Someone better get a fire extinguisher. Maybe you should get the fire extinguisher just in case, Tony suggested delicately, making Clint whip his head around to stare at him. I was just thinking that, Clint muttered before raising what he said. I mean, the opposite of that. Why would I need a fire extinguisher? Everything is fine. The egg suddenly burst into flames, making Clint yelp in alarm. Shit! Help, 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 help! Tony grinned to himself when he heard a voice behind him speak, making him brighten. Stark, I'm surprised to see you here. Loki! Tony exclaimed, spinning on the spot to look at the god of mischief. I thought you were working on an oh-so-important project. Loki asked with a raised eyebrow. A bubble popped up. I missed you. Yeah, I missed you too, Tony said, waving a hand dismissively, making Loki stare at him with a rather stunned look. But I finished the project! Is that so? Loki asked. Well, whatever it is, it's going to have to wait. I have other matters to attend to since you seem to want to spend all your time working. Oh, come on, Lokes, I know you love me, Tony teased. Look, see, it's these glasses. Do you like them? You spent all your time working on glasses, Loki asked, not waiting for an answer as he walked away towards the hall. Not just glasses, Tony said quickly as he raced after him. Want to see what they can do? Loki rolled his eyes, stopping to turn and look at Tony. I'm quite busy, Stark. We can test out your new toy later. Tony went to complain when a bubble popped up. Gosh, Anthony looks adorable, even with those ridiculous glasses on. And yes, I say, Anthony, shut up. Tony shut his mouth with a click, swallowing hard. Well, that wasn't what he expected. Stark? Loki asked, seeming to have noticed Tony's shocked expression. Oh no, is he upset? What did I say wrong? Tony wasn't able to form a proper sentence. Loki cared? Well, Tony always hang on. Sorry, my screen blacked out and I was confused. It's part of the video I have playing. Loki cared? Well, Tony knew he cared. He just didn't realize he cared that much. Anthony? Loki asked, switching to Tony's first name like he did when he was concerned. What is the matter? If it's really that important to you, then you can show me. I didn't mean to make him upset. I just wanted him to understand how it feels to want someone around like I've wanted him around. I shouldn't have said anything. He'll never love me if I keep acting like this. Tony's mouth fell open. What? Loki blinked. You can show me what they do. I'm sorry for being so rude. No, not that. I just... Damn it, Loki. I don't understand, Loki said unsuredly. I've said something wrong, haven't I? I can't seem to ever get it right. I just keep screwing up. No wonder Anthony doesn't like me. Excuse you? Tony asked, sounding annoyed and grimaced when Loki flinched. You didn't screw it up, Loki. Look, I'm just trying to process all of this. How did you... Loki suddenly narrowed his eyes at the glasses. What exactly do those do? Tony managed a weak smile. They, read minds. Loki's green eyes widened in horror. As understanding flashed through them, he then growled before he suddenly grabbed Tony's collar, shoving him hard against the hallway wall. Tony stared up at him with wide brown eyes as he squeaked out, "I'm sorry, please don't kill me!" Can't not laugh at that. That's when Loki smirked smugly, before leaning down to press his lips against Tony's, whose brain short-circuited. Tony only took a few seconds to respond back, leaning up as much as he could, but all too soon, Loki pulled himself away, Tony whining in complaint. "If you've already seen my thoughts, I guess there wasn't much else to lose in kissing you," Loki admitted, sounding a little breathless. "Well, thank fuck! I was going crazy trying to figure out how to ask you out," Tony mumbled, leaning heavily against the wall since his legs felt too weak to stand. "But if you ever read my thoughts again, I'll ensure you'll regret it." Loki see this even as a bubble popped into existence. "I love you, Anthony." Tony grinned, leaning forward to kiss Loki's lips slightly. "Love you too, Lokes." Loki growled, snatching the glasses off the genius. Insufferable mortal. But it didn't matter what Loki called him, because now Tony knew the truth. Loki loved him. And that's the end of that little fic. I really enjoyed this fic. It's one of my favorites. The other one that I love that this person did, the first one I ever read, was a Loki and Tony fanfiction. Because somehow I ended up into a deep dive into that somehow. And I don't remember how. I just like, oh, I want to try to read some of these. I read some and I like some of them. But then I read one of them by this person. And I'm just like, oh my god, I love this. Like, girl. But let's just like, seriously, I'm talking strictly to you, William, Gay Rainbow Bridge. I love your works, and I know you saw that when I messaged you, and I told you about it. I am so pissed at what Wattpad did. So much. And so I'm really excited that you let me do this with this one, and I do hope I get to do more of them, because I do want to do more of your stories. So, thank you as always for watching and reading. Thank you for watching. Please do check out all their stories. Like I said, there are going to be some that I will read, some I won't. Just depending. If you guys have a fic request for me to read, please let me know. I will look into it. I will read some of it, see if I like it or feel like I can read it, and then message the author and say, hey, I had some requests for me to read this on my YouTube channel. Would love if it's okay if I do it. I just want permission beforehand. Or if they're your fics, let me know. If you have a different username on AO3 or Wattpad or Quotive or hell, even fanfiction.net, if we go that far. Let me know in the comments if you want me to read them and that it is okay. Because honestly, stuff like this is some of my favorite things to do. I love reading all these things. I love reading new stories. So please, let me know. So on these ones, I'm going to sign off differently. Probably, I don't know. But I will. I think what I'll do is I'll sign off with my favorite quote from each one, like every chapter or so. If I do chapter 1 or if I do a one shot like this, I'll do whatever my favorite quote is. For this one, honestly, it's honestly gotta be, I'm sorry, please don't kill me. I don't know why I love that one so much. It just makes me laugh. Because I'm just picturing Tom Hiddleston, and specifically just picturing the actors. Thomas Hiddleston holding Robert Downey Jr. like this by the collar with him against the wall. And Robert just doing this. It's like, oh god, please don't kill me. Just like, well, I tell him he'd be looking down because Loki would be holding him up like this. Well, no, he'd be like this. And Robert was just like, please don't kill me. It's the imagery I have in my head that I love. So, let me know what you guys' favorite quote from this is. And I honestly do suggest reading it while I'm talking, having it words having me in the background while you guys are reading this, because honestly, I read slower than some people, but at the same time, I could have messed up, and if you guys don't want to deal with the mess ups, oh god, that is fine. So again, like I said, please, I would love to read. I would love to read more fics that you guys would recommend. Please try to keep them strictly to like Supernatural, Supernatural, Marvel, and Harry Potter will be the 3 main ones I'll do for fics. At least right now, unless they're my own. But I also would like to try to keep them as complete. Complete ones just to be safe, or if they're part of a series. Let me know. Because if it ends on a freaking cliffhanger, looking at you, gay Rainbow Bridge. We're not gonna talk about the you like your cliffhangers. Let me know beforehand, because if I read it and then get to the ending and it's a cliffhanger and the sequel hasn't come out yet, I'll be just like, why? And if it's your own and you know it's a cliffhanger and you don't tell me, I'm gonna read it and I'm like, I will not post another thing about it. Okay? And if I can say, hey, what is it on a cliffhanger? What is it? I'm like, ask this person in the comments. They're the ones who wrote it. They ended it like this. I'm waiting for the next part too. So fair warning, you will be getting a lot of people. And I also do write fics, so I understand the struggle of not having motivation. I do. But at least if you know it's gonna be a cliffhanger, or you know it's left open to like interpretations because of how it ended, let me know beforehand. Because if I don't know that and I'm like, oh, I'm waiting for another one, or I'll go message you guys. I'll message out there like, hey, would love to know. I'll even look at when it was last updated just to see. And I'll look and see what the last update was, if it's an author's note. Because I know some people do that. I will read that, and if I know what happened, and I'm like, okay, and I'll let people know, and I will make up my own ending for what we have. Sound fair, people? Alright. I will probably be posting this tomorrow on the 9th. I will be watching Thor Love and Thunder tomorrow. Because it came out on Disney Plus today. I'm excited. Also, the first Thor movie without Loki in any way, shape, or form is gonna be weird. Well, he was kind of there. He's a tattoo, but like no Tom Hiddleston. It's weird. I don't know. I'm just excited. So okay. And again, so yeah, my favorite quote from this fic is, "I'm sorry, please don't kill me." What were you guys' favorite lines, or what's one of your favorite ships? I'm going to be doing a lot of Loki Tony ones, as I said earlier in the beginning. If you guys have a specific ship you want me to read about, I will find one that I like. If you guys have specific ships that I don't know about, or you guys are curious to see if there's anything out there, I will read. I'm saying this now. If we are going to talk about Thor and Loki ships, I have a few that I do like because they're written well. I may not ship it. I don't necessarily. Yeah, I can't really say crap because I have a fic where they have a daughter. It's all based off a dare that Fandral gave Loki in my head. It's beside the point. But like I said, I will try my best even if I don't ship it. If I can find one that's written well and I like how it's written, I will read it. That's my biggest thing with fic. Like, I don't care what the storyline is. Okay, kind of care. But I don't care if it's a ship I don't ship or something like that. As long as it's written well, I'll read it. And if I like it, I'll talk about it. This one is one of those few. This is one of the ships that's honestly one of my favorites. It's like, God, it and Destiny are kind of tied for OTP personally. Just saying. And yes, I'm bringing that term back because I don't care. So yeah, again, love your guys' thoughts. All right, love you guys.